seen Dave Chappelle at the Laugh Factory put me to sleep.
And that's the clip we're using, everybody.
I seen him sit there and talk for 5 hours about nothing and put me the fuck to sleep with smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, wait, why is it still going? And why is no one laughing?
Jay going through a phase, yeah, phase 1, global domination, nigga.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate you tuning in to Fuck Your Feelings podcast, the greatest podcast that's ever existed. Make sure y'all hit that like, follow, subscribe button wherever you tuned in to podcasts. Hey, man, let's get into it. Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Fuck Your Feelings podcast, the greatest podcast that's ever existed. I'm talking big shit already. Man, I got my homeboys and homegirls here today, man. This is the first one, man. Got Paige Kennedy, Chaunte, Wayans, Jackson McQueen.
Yeah.
And I started this shit, man, because with the whole cancel culture and all that shit happening, I was like, man, I feel like the death of comedy is too much empathy. I think empathy is good, but I feel like if it's too much empathy, that's when you get crowds being like, and so I was like, man, fuck y'all niggas' feelings. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I said, man.
So you brought us all here to be canceled.
Right.
It's a setup. Chose that unilaterally to decide the death of us, and these are the ones you chose. All right, sweet. Thank you for bringing me in. You're consummate person.
You just gotta know how to direct the conversation, Paige. You just, shift it to somebody.
Yeah, Jackson to say anything.
Yeah.
Mikey will eat it.
Well, Paige was like, I always have him on the first episode of my podcast. But I know you're a good talker. You funny, you gonna talk, so that's why I always have you.
That's why. I would imagine anybody that you invite on here would be a good talker. So
yeah, I just find it funny that you made us wait that whole time just to say that answer.
What?
Right.
Bro.
He's like, man, I know I can
do a do-over, bro.
Right.
What you
I
mean?
need better.
Why did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Paige is a solid individual.
Platitude.
Right.
Paige is always there for me anytime I need him. You know what I'm saying?
It's real. It's true.
He keeps it real.
Yeah, he keeps it real. He listens to my music.
I love me some Justin Hires more than he knows.
Man, I appreciate that. He looked like my uncle or some shit.
So now
let's
move on. I said give us something more. I didn't say write a love letter.
Yeah, you see how he played me? You gonna say I look like his uncle? First of all, I was like your cousin at first, and now I'm your uncle. All right.
Yeah, he
played
played
my father, Justin Hires.
He played my cousin on Rush Hour. They got canceled during the commercial break. I've been looking at old photos of Rush Hour. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought my career was about to take off. And I got my own podcast.
I'm here with you.
Justice still.
Listen to golf.
Yeah.
I don't know if it did. What you mean? What took off? My career?
You don't walk down the street and see somebody, they go Rush Hour.
No.
McQueen.
No one recognizes me, man. You know what it's like to be never mind. I was like, fuck that. You know what it's like to be a millionaire and tell nobody who the fuck you are, yo.
They're like, hey, you look like Paige Kennedy.
Yeah, bro.
Better than broke.
Is that your dad?
Yeah,
It's better than being broke. But I was just telling somebody, I feel like I've started all over again. I moved back out to LA last year after MacGyver got canceled, and it's like, it's starting back over.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm back at the bottom of the mountain. Not all the way back at the bottom of the mountain, but like halfway.
It just
I got more money.
but you know what's crazy? Sometimes you need that humility. You need that whatever direction you're going to.
I didn't need the humility.
Well, I say you need it because there's something greater coming, and I believe that. I believe that for whatever it is, the journey just wasn't connecting. But I think that. I love the fresh start. When I did my special, those are jokes I worked on for 15 years. So to do that, have to give that up and then go to a comedy club to do an hour was like, what am I going to bring?
Damn. A new
hour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though I had an hour, that hour's gone. Even, it was a half-hour show, but it's gone. because all my stuff tallied up around that. So I love the fresh start of things. That's
The challenge.
all. Yeah, the challenge.
Yeah.
You don't have the same, like, I miss being the beginning comic sometimes.
Straight up.
He's like, I am not like that. Have you met me? That shit does not fly with me. I don't want to start over. I work very hard to get where I am.
You know what's frustrating? When you know you're immensely talented and you still feel like you haven't crossed to that other side. And I know you feel that. How you deal with that though?
I complain about it.
Like to a therapist, or you just like
No, I post my greatness and then complain in the caption about it. Why don't y'all love me?
Right.
This shit is excellent.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I heard somebody say, Justin, you already great. You walk into your greatness.
Yeah.
Right? I heard somebody say that. And there's a part of me that also think maybe you just haven't accomplished anything great yet. Maybe I personally think I've accomplished something great. But the masses is like, that's cool. It's cool. You think it's great, but the masses like, that's cool.
And I think both can be true. I think you could, based off where you came from, based off of like other people who have not like reached the level that you have been, you could feel like this is actually great. Look where I came from. I'm fucking from Florida. I came out here and I'm on network TV shows. I was a star on one show. I have like that. Those are huge accomplishments that 1% of America.
Less than that. To come out from Florida to 2 series, network series. Come on, bro. That's crazy. That's impossible.
I started the podcast just to get encouragement and have people get.
You got the right guy.
I know.
That's why he brought me here.
I feel like
He's like, Paige always give me a beautiful
Right. No, but I think I say humility because, like, for instance, you can't really stop in this game. And what I mean by stop is you get something great like a TV show. And, you know, respectfully, I'm saying this to myself and you. You used to destroy on YouTube, right? And then when you start doing shit, that slowed down. But it slowed down because you stopped creating.
Right.
Same thing with me. You know, my views were nowhere near yours, but my views was up there. And I took a step back, and now I'm trying to inch my way back in. And it's a whole different
game.
It's a whole different game out there. But I say that to say, just because you get on TV, just because I got the Netflix, it did stuff for me, but it didn't bring me to, you know, that stardom. Right. So I just feel like you really can't stop moving until you know you made it when you walk outside. You really can't walk outside.
Straight up. I'm like, for me personally, I'm like, I know I made it when I have a driver.
They got Uber, bro.
Yeah, I know that. Uber all the time.
You gotta, no. I'm talking about a real deal driver.
With a hat? You want a driver with a hat?
Yeah, that's right.
Open your shit up with a monocle. Right. He's the one to press the button to open your door. With a Rolls Royce.
Chaunte, you just did the HBO special with Marlon Wayans. Paige, you just did Meg, the sequel. Right? Then you just filmed
I'm doing that and the Upshaws.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah.
Working. Jackson?
Do nothing.
He's like, nigga, I did this. I'm doing this right here, and this is what I'm focused on right now. When is coming out so I can promote?
I said my script option.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I'm writing every day, man, trying to do things.
See, this is part of the reason why I started a podcast too, man, because I feel like I went the Hollywood route, and I'm still going the Hollywood route. I still write screenplays and shit like that, but I feel like there's always some white person who, I know, right? Cancel. That fucking they don't actually push, if they don't come from your culture, and they don't really know your life or your experiences, they don't value it the way someone else. So I had this Homecoming movie, right? Where 50 Cent was the executive producer, white producers. Now, they was like, yo, this is definitely getting made, but because certain things didn't line up, they lost faith in it. But anybody from the African American culture knows you can't lose with a Homecoming movie. Like, can't lose.
Can't lose. Guarantee something.
It's guaranteed money. You know, so that's kind of, I was like, How do y'all feel about like the independent route? You know, like doing podcasts and stuff like that versus like, I know some people that only do like auditions and they're just hoping they get hired. Or do you feel like you need to do both of them?
Well, yeah, that's not my problem. Is I was, you book so you start booking, and you go, okay, this is my route.
Right.
You get away from like what you should be doing. That grassroots. You know what I'm saying? You get the people involved. You know what I mean? And I think Kevin Hart did that. Kevin Hart, he like, we went around the country, you got everybody's email, got everybody's, he got a, what's it called, mailing list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With his people. So when he did shows again, he brings people involved. You know what I'm saying? I think we don't do a good job of like getting our current mailing list together. You know what I'm saying? IG social media is a mailing list, but
right.
I mean, this is just my people mailing list. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
What if everybody said, we don't know what the fuck you talking about?
I personally want to have my hand in everything. I want to do everything. I want to do commercials. I want to do movies. I want to do TV. I want to do the internet. I want to do porn. I want to do everything that's possible to.
You got OnlyFans?
Nah, I don't yet. My son's girlfriend does, and she is a millionaire from it.
What?
And it was my suggestion. I think she owed me 10%.
Right.
Yeah, man.
A lot of
You ain't seen her?
No.
Oh.
This is what I feel like. I feel like our greatest gift is also our greatest curse. At least me and you. When you're multi-talented the way we are, and you actually go out into those areas, you lose focus on being great at one thing. And a part of me is always thinking, Justin, you need to focus on being a great comedian or a great actor. Once you become great at that one thing, those other opportunities will come. So, for Jamie Foxx, for instance, right? He was trying to do music at the same time he was doing In Living Color. Wasn't really cracking for him. He became this great comedian. Then once he became this great comedian and movie star, then he was able to double back and get his music popping off with Kanye. You ever think about that?
I do, and
what y'all think?
Unfortunately, I personally, I do understand that logic because that's what everyone tells you. They're like, what is it, master of
right, a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, so I hear that. But to me, in my brain, I feel like how we said earlier, that I am great already in the things that I do. But I think you're talking about great in how they see it. Remember we were discussing like how it could be both, how we can feel for ourselves versus what the world looks at. And so maybe you're saying become great to them, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to just to myself. Because to me, I don't need to focus more on one of these things. I'm doing this thing already.
But to the credit, how big of a rap star do you want to be?
I don't know.
That's the key to it all, to just go, what do you, I feel like when you think about what you have to be and all those things, instead of just moving forward, then that can stifle you. It's all about perspective. I don't care to be the top. I don't care to be like Kevin Hart. And what I mean by that is like stand up is my love.
You're saying fuck Kevin Hart.
No,
you're saying fuck Kevin Hart. You're canceled. Fuck your feelings.
I'm saying I like peace and I like my sanity, and I think you can still live and be famous and not have to do that. Yeah. You gonna see me like a little Duvall life where you like, where does this nigga live? Because he's just living but making his money. So I'm saying for me, I've learned with my sanity and what I want in life, the match of it doesn't matter for me. You know what I'm saying? But I know I never give up stand up.
Straight up.
I think nowadays you gotta be the master of all.
Want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back is tempting to all those who willing. The ones think I'm privileged. Hard work went into this. Lost friends, God bless. Cut hoes off too much stress.